Hello and welcome back to How To's with Kelsey.
In this video, we'll dig into our CDN delivery settings and review topics such as compression, network settings, and custom error pages. To get to the delivery settings page, click on Application at the top of the screen. From there, click on a website that you'd like to review the current delivery settings for. On the left-hand side of the screen, under CDN, select Delivery. Imperva CDN offers compression to shrink file size and reduce load time. Selecting the dynamically compressed JavaScript, CSS, and HTML files option compresses these resources using gzip when being transferred, and then unzips them in the browser. We can also minify JavaScript, CSS, and static HTML. This removes any characters not necessary for rendering the page, like whitespace and comments. This decreases file size and has no impact on the functionality of these resources. To enable minification, click on the toggle button. Imperva CDN also performs image compression. By compressing images, it decreases file size to reduce download time, which gives customers a better overall experience. Please note that we can only perform compression on JPEG and PNG files. For example, let's say I have a JPEG file for my brand logo that I'd like to compress. I'd select the toggle button under the JPEG images option. From there, I can select how much image compression I'd like. For this scenario, I'll select the progressive image rendering, which renders the image with progressively finer resolution until the final image is rendered. Under the network settings section, you'll see more options around delivering and optimizing performance. This includes the option to maintain a set of idle TCP connections with the origin server, which helps reduce latency that's associated with opening connections with new requests, also known as a TCP handshake. There's also the option to keep TCP connections that were open for a client open for a shorter amount of time to handle any new requests from them. By default, we support non-SNI clients, also known as server name indication. However, if you'd like to disable non-SNI clients, disable the toggle button. We also support HTTP2. By default, do not support HTTP2 is selected, but you do have the option to support HTTP2 from clients to Imperva. With this option, non-supporting browsers can connect via HTTP1 or HTTP11, and traffic from Imperva to the origin server uses HTTP11. You can also choose to support HTTP2 from clients to Imperva and from Imperva to the origin server. This option is similar to the previous option, but instead, traffic from Imperva to the origin server uses HTTP2. By selecting this option, ensure that HTTP2 is supported by your origin server. Also note that you can only enable sites that have SSL support. Port forwarding is also supported. You can rewrite the port number used to access the origin. Options for the port forwarding include redirecting default port used for non-SSL traffic, port 80, and redirecting port traffic used for SSL traffic, port 443. Imperva CDN gives you the option to configure default redirection. This improves site performance and security. Enabling this will send an HTTP 301 response code to HTTP requests in order to redirect them to HTTPS requests. Focused on giving your clients the best customer experience possible, we'll also offer the option to create your own custom error page in the event of an error. To copy our default page template, click on the Copy button and paste the code you just copied to the text field below. For example, let's say I wanted to add a header to the body of my page. I'd look for the body section and add my header below. To preview my changes, I click the Preview button. For more guidelines on how to create a custom error page, check out docs.imperva.com. In future videos, we'll cover other important topics such as our load balancer. Thank you!